Hello everyone, thank you for watching my YouTube video again. This is another video for you to have a better understanding about biological psychology. So what we have to do for this video will be everything of human being nerve system. Okay, so I will explain to you human being nervous system actually consists two big areas. We call central nerve system and peripheral nerve system. Okay, so I will elaborate everything here, and then you will know what happened to people when they get hurt and then why they no longer can function well. Right, before we start the video, if you're not yet subscribed my channel, please do so. Please also like and share my video to your friends. Right, so this is like a very, very big division of everything of human beings. So you will see at the top you see a concept called nerve system. Nerve system means everything of the human. Okay, so from the very, very high-ranking thinking system until your body movement, all right, and then really a lot relate to your blood pressure, your breathing. Okay, so it's everything relate to your nerve system. Okay, so the first thing you have to be very, very careful. With the nervous system actually get divided into two small systems. We call CNS and PNS. Okay, so for left hand side you see CNS. CNS means central nerve system. So why you call central nerve system? Because they're too important. So you just cannot function as a human without adequate or a functional nerve system, central nerve system. Okay, so that's why you see central nerve system actually consists the brain and the spinal cord, right? Brain and spinal cord. Okay, so the brain means everything inside your head, right? The way you think, you have emotion, and then you have make judgment. Okay, this is everything about your brain, and then this is a prolonged structure from your brain until a backbone. So we call it spinal cord. The spinal cord is another very important structure for determining your movement. Okay, so that's why this is very necessary for protecting your brain, and then your spinal cord. Okay, so you know a lot of people they get hurt while they are doing sports, so this can be very dangerous. Okay, because some people even become vegetative stage because of this. Okay, right. So after central nerve system, so we will have another video more detailed explain the function of the central nerve system. All right, so now we move on to the right hand side. You see peripheral nerve system. All right, so for peripheral nerve system, that means the structure other than the central nerve system we call peripheral. All right, so for peripheral nerve system, they refer to divided into two small divisions. Left hand side we call somatic nerve system. Right hand side we call autonomic nerve system. Okay, autonomic nervous system. Okay, so we start with somatic nerve system first. Somatic nerve system basically about your body movement. Okay, so you can understand this way. Somatic nerve system is the movement actually you can control, right? You determine to move. Okay, so for example, you raise your hands up. Okay, so you determine to raise your hands up. So that's why this is something about your somatic nerve system. Of course, you determine to raise your hands up is something about your brain. Okay, so that's why you see the PNS and CNS, peripheral nerve system, and the central nerve system not really separate to get connected. Okay, so because we have spinal cord, I will explain to you later, right? So this is somatic nerve system anyway. So this is the system determining your body movement, which is you determined to move. So that's why you see the skin, muscles, joints send signal to the spinal cord and the brain, right? Okay, so for example, when you touch some very, very hot surface, okay, so and then your brain will say, oh, very hot. Why? Because the neurons from your hands, from your fingers, so transmit the signal to your spinal cord, and the spinal cord transmit the information upward to your brain, and then your brain will determine, oh, this is something hot, something cold, right? This is what you have to do for somatic. You understand also somatic nerve system, right? So from the another area, you see brain and spinal cord send signal to the muscle, joint, and skin. All right, okay. For instance, when you touch something very hot, of course, you have some reflexes Reflexes means you don't need to your brain to request you to move to escape from the hot surface. So sometimes because of reflexes, you just you touch something hot and then you move your hand. So this is the reaction directly from the spinal cord because the nerve get connect with the spinal cord. But at the same time, so the nerves will transmit the information to your brain for further determination. So for example, so if your hand already get hurt by the very hot surface, so your brain will say, oh, you have to dial 999, you have to call the ambulance. So this is like two ways. Okay, so you touch or something, and then the signal will transmit the information to your spinal cord and to your brain for further action. And then once your brain judge asking your hand to move, this is something like the information from your brain to the spinal cord, and then finally to your hand, and then you will do some action. Okay, so this is a reaction of somatic nerve system. Okay, so and the right hand side you see autonomic nerve system. Autonomic nerve system, that means mostly something you can't control. Okay, so this is easier to understand like this. So somatic nerve system you can control and you determine how to move, but autonomic nerve system is something out of your control. So what happened? What would be something actually out of human being control? So that would be something like brains and internal organs send signal to spinal cord and brain. All right. So for example, out of control, like so your stress reaction. Okay, so for example, when you go to a place completely dark, the darkness make you very stressful. So this is the information out of control, because even when you are very scared of something, you're frightened, and then you just can't control. Right, this is the meaning of autonomic nerve system, because when you receive some information, and then that would directly trigger the reaction, directly trigger your brain's reaction. Okay, so for example, some stress hormone get released, so you just cannot stop the stress hormone releasing. Okay, so that's why a lot of people they're exposed to too stressful environment for prolonged period of time. So they can't do anything but to take medicines, or they can't sleep. They just can't control the sleeping. They finally have to take medication because autonomic nerve system, this is something out of your control. Okay, and then your brain's internal organs send signals to your the spinal cord and brain. Okay, so for example, your hunger, feeling of hunger. Okay, so or you get sexually aroused. So this is something you can't control. Okay, so it's pretty difficult when you get sexually aroused, and then even your brain want to control. This is not appropriate to have sexual fantasy, but you just can't control. Right, you have to let the time go. Right. Okay. So another way, so brain and spinal cord send signal to the brains and internal organs. All right. So when you receive the information, when you receive signals, being aroused sexually, or you feel you're very hungry. Okay, so what happened? And then the autonomic nerve system, so we send the signal from the brain or from the spinal cord, and then asking or requesting your brains and internal organ to function. Okay, so for example, stopping the digestive system or slow down the digestive system if it's efficiency when you are very stressful, or asking your internal organs for slowing down the digestion, or asking your internal glands for releasing some more stress hormone, for example, cortisol, for equipping you for fighting with stress. Okay, so this is like two ways reaction. Okay, so the first way of autonomic nerve system receiving information from the environment, and then afterward asking your internal glands for certain types of reaction. This is everything out of the control. Okay, and then when something happens, of course, so the result will be sympathetic nerve system. Sympathetic nerve system will be something like fight-flight reaction. Fight-flight reaction will be making sure the individual is already ready for fighting with dangers, or if not capable for fighting with dangers, at least you can flee, you can go in, escaping the situation. We call flight. Okay, and of course, when the danger no longer, when the overwhelming events no longer. Okay, so we have another small system, the parasympathetic nerve system. So like slowing down or stopping everything, stopping the fight. So that's why sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system more or less like two twins brothers. Okay, so one asking you for fighting. Okay, so like pressing the gear, the gearbox, making the car run faster. I keep taking care of the dangers. But the danger no longer. Another brothers coming out and then pressing the brake and then slowing down the car, slowing down the stress reaction. This is everything about our stress function, tackle with stress. All right, so for this video, you understand. So for nerve system, we have central nerve system, brain and spinal cord. We have peripheral nerve system, basically about the behavior, your action. You can determine like your muscle, the skins, right? So the reaction of the body, and then we have another type of reaction nerve system called autonomic nerve system. So autonomic nerve system basically more relevant for stress or emotion or some like taking care or fight responses. All right, so this is the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed this. See you next time. Bye.